Okay, so let's start reading this piece of trash called a fan fiction crossover of Doki Doki Literature Club and Baldi's Basics in Learning and Education. It's something, when I first started reading it, I got traumatized by it. I got freaked out because I was like, what the hell is this garbage? Why is there a fusion of those two things that don't go together? Just like I would have reacted back in the day when I was a big fanboy of Undertale and I see Undertale slash Five Nights at Freddy's crossover fan fictions and stuff like that. I kind of feel the same about this piece of trash here. So, okay. It's called Baldi Punishes Monika. Monika sat in detention, still trying to wrap her head around what happened. She had always been a good student. What could she have done so bad? She started to remember the rules and recount them in her head. When you follow the school rules, no running, no entering faculty, no eating, no drinking, no escaping detention, no fourth wall She realized what she had done and started to panic. No fourth wall breaking was, and still is, the most important rule. But she couldn't help herself around Player. Player, she moaned, starting to get wet. She felt her panties get moist, and couldn't help but touch herself. She was all by herself, so no one was going to stop her. She continued to rub her wet pussy, all while thinking about Player. She ripped her moist panties off and fingered herself even harder. She couldn't control herself. She needed to come. She reached into her bag while still fingering herself and pulled out her quote-unquote Player dildo. She immediately put it in and moaned as she felt her walls stretch. Oh, phew, phew. She couldn't even talk as she was drooling from the pleasure. The thought of Player finally popping her cherry was driving her crazy. I want you. Please be my everything. Tears started to roll down her face as she was almost at her limit. She could feel her wet juices getting on her hand as she got ready for the last push. However, the sound of a familiar snap stopped her dead in her tracks. What are you doing, Monika? The man said in a slightly dirty tone. Monika turned her head towards the man and confirmed her fears. It was Baldi. Mr. Baldi. It's not what it looks like. Baldi snapped his ruler again, causing Monika to go quiet. Baldi slowly walked up behind her and started to rub her shoulders, making her very uncomfortable. I know what you were doing, Monika. I could smell it. It smells vulnerable. I can't. It's too stupid. I don't think I'm even like... I'm not even 1/4 of it done. And I can't. Monika stood up and tried to run away, but Baldi grabbed her before she could and bent her over the desk. But Monika wanted to scream, but was too scared of what Baldi would do. You know, I bet you secretly want me to touch you. Monika didn't respond. That's what I thought. It's rape, man. I don't like it. Baldi started to finger her. She wanted to stop him, but at the same time, she wanted it. Baldi took notice of this and stopped fingering her. Wait right here. Baldi walked up to the detention teacher's desk, Monika considered running, but was morbidly curious. Baldi walked back to her, holding some duct tape and a blindfold. Baldi duct taped Monika's hands and neck, then put the blindfold on her. Baldi noticed the dildo and thought about what to do with it. After some thinking, he decided to use it as a gag. Baldi shoved the dildo in her mouth and duct taped it to her lips. "We can't have you screaming. The other students are trying to study, and not trying to break the rules." Monika was having second thoughts, but it was too late. There was no way she could get out of this one. "You have been a naughty girl, Monika." "Naughty girls need spankings." Baldi held his stick up and spanked Monika. She flinched in pain and started to cry a little. This was turning Baldi on. Oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't read that this far. Baldi repeatedly smacked her until her ass was nice and bruised. Baldi waited a few moments and was quite pleased with the results. "Now that's a nice bruised ass if I've seen one." Baldi pulled his junk out and started to rub it on her bruised cheeks. With his nice hyper weapon nice and erect, he stuck it in her genitalia. Monika was so close to her limit, but desperately tried to hold her orgasm back, but it was no use. It was too much for her. Oh, Jesus, no. I'm speechless. After a few... No, wait, hold on. Her legs started to shake as her juices went down her legs. Baldi didn't care and continued to thrust. Monika just wanted it to end, but she knew it wouldn't, until Baldi said so. After a few more thrusts, Baldi had reached his limit. Monika could feel the hot juices enter her and leak out of her. Baldi pulled his hyper weapon out and put it back in his pants. "Your detention is now served. Be sure to come to class soon because we're doing everyone's favorite subject, math." Baldi pulled all the duct tape off, but left the dildo for Monika to take out herself. Baldi walked out, leaving Monika all by herself again. She felt dirty. She wanted Player to take her virginity, but now that will never happen. It had been a week since Baldi robbed Monika of her virginity, but she still felt dirty. She wasn't sure if Player saw the whole thing, but she had a feeling they did. She still had to go to Baldi's math class. Baldi seemed to be pretending that nothing happened. He wouldn't even give Monika quarters for every assignment she passed. She couldn't figure out if he was just messing with her or if he actually forgot it happened. Monika needed to tell someone about this, and she decided that Sayori would be the best to tell. She decided to wait until the end of their literature club that day to tell Sayori. She didn't want to ruin the happy atmosphere. She made sure to tell Sayori that she needed to talk to her when everyone was gone. Sayori, of course, was always willing to talk to her friend. As soon as Yuri, Natsuki, and main character left, they got to talking. "Is everything alright, Monika? You don't seem like yourself today." Monika started to tear up a little bit. "It's Baldi. He raped me." Sayori was shocked. "What?" Monika started to cry even harder. Sayori pulled Monika in and hugged her. "I can't believe he would do something like this. I always thought he was a good person." She didn't break the hug for a good 3 minutes. After Monika regained her composure, she told Sayori more. "And he is just pretending that it didn't even happen. It's like someone erased his memory," Monika yelled, with a mixture of anger and sadness. "We have to tell the others about this. We can't let him get away with this." Monika calmed down a little and started to feel tired. "I still feel horrible. I think I should go home and get some rest. We should tell everyone tomorrow." Sayori agreed and Monika left. As soon as Sayori was sure that Monika was gone, She started to uncontrollably laugh to herself. It actually worked. I actually managed to alter Baldi's code. Oh, God. It's even worse than I thought. Okay. As Sayori was celebrating to herself, Playtime walked in. Let's play. Sayori was about to tell her no, but then got an evil idea. I can't play right now, Playtime, but I can show you another way you could play with someone. Playtime noticed the evil smile on Sayori's face, but brushed it off. Sayori had always been really weird anyway, so it seemed normal. Show me. Oh my God. Sayori pulled an 8-inch floppy dildo and handed it to Playtime. Playtime was noticeably confused. That thing is called a happy toy. You can use it for lots of stuff, but it's really good at making people happy. All you have to do is hit someone with it until they are happy. It might not seem like it's working, but it does. Playtime smiled and was about to leave the room. Wait, you should go use it on Monika. She seems very sad, and I bet she would love if you used it on her. Oh my God. How long? 10 minutes? Oh my fucking God. Playtime's smile got even wider, and she ran out of the room. Sayori couldn't help but laugh at how easy that was. Wow, I didn't even have to alter the code. Playtime sure is dumb. As Monika walked home, she couldn't help but wonder what was going on. She had stopped messing with the game a while ago, but wondered if someone else was. Baldi wasn't even the same man when he raped her. She knew Baldi would never do that to her. Someone made him do that, but who? However, her thoughts were interrupted when she heard a very familiar voice. However, her thoughts were interrupted when she heard a very familiar voice. Let's play! Monika was quite surprised to hear Playtime. Playtime only wanted to play with people at school. This only supported Monika's theory that someone was doing this to her. Oh, hey Playtime, what are you... What is that in your hand? Monika noticed the dildo and started to get worried. It's a happy stick. I want to make you happy. Playtime ran up to Monika and started to slap her thighs with the dildo. Monika... This doesn't make any sense, yo. Oh, who gives a shit? It's a fanfiction. I shouldn't judge. That's what fanfictions are meant for. Okay. Monika blushed and tried to back away, but Playtime wouldn't let her get away. I want to make you happy, Monika. Monika felt extremely uncomfortable and was glad that no one was around to see this. She tried to back away faster, but tripped and fell on her butt. Playtime started slapping Monika in the face. Monika was visibly getting angry, and Playtime noticed. You don't look happy. I need to slap you more. Playtime kept on slapping, but Monika didn't get any happier. Slapping your face isn't working. I bet slapping your underwear area will make you happy. It's a funny part of the body. Monika got very confused. Underwear area? What are you... No, don't do that. It was too late. She already started. Monika regrettably started to moan and get turned on while being slapped. Playtime noticed that her panties were starting to get wet and smelly. Ew, let's get these stinky things off. Playtime ripped Monika's panties off and started slapping her exposed pussy. Am I really reading this now? I mean... What is this? Monika wanted to stop her, but the pleasure was too much. Playtime thought that the happy stick was actually working. Wow, this thing really does work. You are going to be happy in no time. Playtime started to slap at a faster rate and accidentally stuck the dildo in a little bit. Monika moaned even louder, and Playtime thought this meant she was happier. I think I know how to use the super stick happiness. Playtime started to stick the dildo in, causing Monika to moan loudly. Playtime started to stick it in and out, smiling as Monika seemingly got happier. Playtime was so too dumb to realize that she was pushing Monika to a climax. Monika screamed loudly and came all over Playtime's face. She wasn't too happy about that. Ew, Sayori never said that would happen. Monika froze up when she heard that. She let herself recover for a few seconds before confronting Playtime.
Did you just say Sayori told you to do this?
Yeah, she wanted me to make you happy. Now I need to go make other people happy. But first, you need to get your first stinky stuff off all of my face. Playtime ran off with the dildo. Monika made a mental note to stop Playtime at some point, but for now she was too pissed.
Fucking Sayori!
Monika ran home and screamed into her pillow. She was pissed beyond belief. Sayori had ruined everything. Well, just alter the code, you stupid dumb bitch. Sorry. That's me speaking out loud when I read this stupid piece of shit fanfiction. That fucking bitch. Why the fuck would... Monika thought back to all the horrible things she had done to her friends, specifically pushing Sayori to suicide. Monika thought that she forgot all that stuff happened, just like everyone else. So this must be some form of sick revenge. Well, two can play at that game, bitch. Before Monika could think of what to do for revenge, she heard a very robotic voice outside. She looked out a window and saw First Prize making his way past her house. It looked like he was chasing Natsuki. I see you, friend. Natsuki looked like she was trying her best to get away from him. Leave me alone, will you run from me? I have been programmed to desire your image. Monika considered helping Natsuki, but didn't. The only thing First Prize would do is hug her. But his comment about being programmed did give Monika an evil idea. Next day of school, Monika was sitting in her English class, laughing at the modifications she made to First Prize. She found it funny how easy he was to modify. She wasn't that good at coding, but she felt she did a good job on him. However, her train of thought was interrupted when she saw Yuri enter the class. Yuri looked very troubled and ashamed, and it also looked like she was walking weird. Monika always knew Yuri to be weird, but not this weird. She knew something strange was going on with her. Hey Yuri, is everything alright? Yuri didn't say anything. She simply sat next to Monika, and after moments of silence, Yuri finally spoke. If I told you what happened, you wouldn't believe me. Monika had seen enough to believe just about anything. Try me. Oh, alright. Oh, alright. Last night, Playtime randomly came to my house and Yuri couldn't finish her sentence, but Monika already knew what she was going to say. She did it to you too? Monika asked, feeling guilty that she didn't stop Playtime. Yuri was quite surprised to hear this. Where did she even get the idea of doing that? And where did she even find that dildo? Kinda looks like Sayori's fun. I know Sayori would never do something like that. Monika really wanted to tell Yuri what was going on, but decided against it. Sayori would get what's coming to her anyway. Besides, class was about to start. Meanwhile, Sayori was running through the empty hallway. Without her dildo, it took her nearly twice as long to pleasure herself to play her. She didn't want to be late for class. Her main fear was running into principal of the thing. She had a perfect record, and even just one detention would ruin it. However, as she was running, she heard the very familiar voice of First Prize. Ready, I am coming. Ready or not, here I come. Sayori was annoyed, but not angry. First Prize was just trying to be nice. Sorry, First Prize, but I can't. Sayori froze in shock and confusion when she saw a large 12. Okay. Sayori froze in shock and confusion when she saw a large 12-inch dildo attached to First Prize. Unfortunately, this gave First Prize enough time to ram Sayori against the wall. First Prize ripped all of Sayori's clothes off and stuck his dildo in her ass. Sayori always wanted to be... fucked in the ass, but not like this. She always imagined Player doing it to her, not some weird robot. I have been programmed to desire your image. The normally innocent sentence now sounded very threatening to Sayori. 12 inches was too much for her, and she felt like she was going to be ripped in half. I hug people for all eternity. Oh God, no. The dildo started to vibrate. This didn't help the pain, and actually just made it worse. Sayori knew no one was going to be walking through the halls during class, so she thought she would have to endure until then, but then suddenly, no raping students in the hall. First Prize was taken away by principal of the thing, and as principal of the thing pulled First Prize behind a corner, Sayori could still hear First Prize, I have lost you. I do not like that. Sayori laid on the ground and tried to think about what just happened. She quickly stopped when she realized she was completely naked and started to make for the bathroom. Monika noticed Sayori running naked through the hall and laughed to herself. Her plan had worked perfectly. Of course. Yuri noticed her laughter. Monika, what are you laughing at? Monika quickly thought of an excuse. Oh, it's just a funny joke I remember. I'll tell you there at the club. Yuri believed her and went back to her work. Sayori, on the other hand, had finally made it to the bathroom and hid in one of the stalls. She cried a little to herself, but soon stopped when she remembered first mentioning programmed. She immediately knew that Monika must have been involved. Fucking Monika. The school was nice enough to give Sayori some spare clothes. Even if it was just a sports bra and some gym shorts. Sayori wasn't mad at the school, since she knew that Monika was responsible for the rape. Her butt still hurt from the anal assault, but she was just happy that she didn't get detention. The rest of the day went as normal, and Sayori was looking forward to the literature club, mainly just to hang out with MC, Yuri, and Natsuki. Oh, and she needed to pretend to be friendly with Monika, just so the others didn't know what was going on. Of course, she was going to get revenge on Monika at some point. This was now a war, and Sayori had no intention of losing. But what she didn't know was that Monika had already planned something. As Sayori was walking through the crowd of people in the hall, Monika snuck up behind her with a pair of scissors. She cut Sayori's sports bra from behind and ran away. Before Sayori even knew what was happening, her sports bra fell to the ground. Oh no! Sayori covered her breasts with her arms while frantically looking around. Other students in the hall started to stare, making Sayori very nervous. Stop staring. None of the students stopped. Instead started to get turned on. However, what is this stupid bullshit? Jesus Christ, who wrote this? Like a 10-year-old? It's like something a kid writes and is like... I bet Yandere Dev made this. I bet he wrote this because it's so fucking twisted. I'm twisted too, but this just doesn't... Okay. However, before any of the students could try anything, someone spoke up. No nudity in the hall. The principal of the thing grabbed Sayori and dragged her to the detention room. Sayori was glad to be away from the other students, but got upset after realizing what was happening. Detention for you. When will you learn? Sayori was about to respond, but stopped when principal of the thing unzipped his goddamn pants too, because you won't learn. That's why you need to suck my wiener. Okay. Before Sayori could even respond, principal of the thing grabbed Sayori by her head. He forced her down to his crotch and jabbed her face with his dong. Suck my wiener, Sayori, or more detention for you. Sayori didn't want to, but she also didn't want any more detention, so she did as he said, and sucked his wiener. And you're dead, fuck your mom. It was about... It was about 6 inches long and tasted weird. Suck it more, Sayori, or more detention for you. Sayori sucked it more and more, basically slobbering on it. She hated it, but she hated detention more. She was willing to endure this. Sayori continued to suck for a few minutes. She already knew this was Monika's doing, but there was no way to stop it. Deep throat the wiener, Sayori, or detention for you. Fortunately, Sayori had practiced many times on her dildo, so she didn't have to worry about choking. After all, she wanted to choke again. But then, without warning, principal of the thing came in her throat. She wanted to pull back, but principal of the thing wouldn't let her. There's way too many times where it just says principal of the thing. It could just say him, but he, or just principal instead of principal of the thing. He wanted her to take all of his sperm. Swallow the cum, Sayori, or detention for you. Sayori really intently swallowed the cum. She always fantasized about swallowing players' sperm and was pissed at Monika for making this her first time with the sperm swallowed. Sayori fell to her knees. Sayori fell to her knees in defeat. When will you learn? Principal walked out of the class, leaving Sayori all by herself. All she could think about was revenge. Without Sayori, the literature club didn't last as long that day. They exchanged poems and all went home. Natsuki in particular wanted to get home quickly since she didn't want to run into first place again. Fortunately, she managed to make it home before anything bad could happen. She could finally relax and take a shower. Unfortunately, a particular girl really needed someone to play with. Don't they have locks to their houses? Can they just enter wherever the fuck they want? What the fuck is this? Natsuki stripped down and hopped in the shower. The warm water felt very nice. But as she was about to start cleaning herself, she heard a very, very familiar voice. Let's play. Playtime pulled the shower curtains open like a goddamn murderous psychopath and started to sexually assault her with the dildo. Playtime knew where the happy spot was now. What the fuck are you doing, Playtime? Don't worry, this will make you happy. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate it. It's so bad. Natsuki tried to get away, but instead slipped and fell and broke her neck and died. No, that's not true. She just fell, and Playtime took advantage of this and started to thrust into her womb. Natsuki started to moan. See? It makes you happy. Natsuki didn't try to fight it, and instead embraced it. She would hate herself, but the pleasure was just too much. Playtime noticed her juices leaking and just assumed it was happy juice. Wow. Monika and Yuri also leaked happy juices. I must be good at this. Playtime continued to pleasure Natsuki, not giving her a break. Natsuki was trying to wrap her head around this. Natsuki couldn't even question playtime as the pleasure was overpowering her. After a few more minutes of this, Natsuki had reached her limit. She sprayed all her juices all over the shower and some of it on playtime. "Oh, you girls need to tell me when you're going to spray your happy juices." She then ran out of the room and left the house. Natsuki laid in her shower, letting the water clean her off as she recovered. She noticed that the dildo looked a lot like Sayori's. Why would she know that? Why would they know that's Sayori's? We're not told that they know that. It's just they know. It's obvious that it's hers, because otherwise the plot wouldn't go forth. I'm feeling like Mama Max reviewing hentai. That's how I'm feeling right now. It's kind of the same, actually. It's very close to that. For now, she just wanted to rest. Sayori was trying to get some rest. Today had not gone as well as she would thought. Sayori was trying to get some rest. The day had not gone as well as she thought it would. Sayori couldn't let Monika get the upper hand. Suddenly, her phone rang. She said it was Natsuki and immediately answered. "Hey, what's up?" Natsuki didn't sound too happy. "Care to explain why Playtime has your dildo and has been basically sexually assaulting people with it?" Sayori froze up. She had completely forgotten about Playtime. "What do you mean?" Sayori asked, trying to play stupid bitch. "You can't fool me. We all saw that. You can't fool me. We all saw you that one night touching yourself. I know it was yours." Sayori felt like she was going to die of embarrassment, but before she could try to calm Natsuki down, she heard a very familiar voice. "Let's play." Suddenly, out of nowhere, Playtime jumped on Sayori's bed and started to rip her panties off. "No, Playtime, don't!" Natsuki could hear everything. "Oh great, it looks like Playtime is after you now." Playtime was a master at this by now, and easily ripped her panties off. Sayori knew that what was coming next and prepared herself. Like Ike says, prepare yourself. This is so much fun. I'm glad you told me about this. Natsuki heard this and was pissed. "You bitch! What were you thinking, Sayori?" Before Sayori could try and answer her, Playtime shoved the dildo into her vagina. Sayori cried out in pleasure. "Damn it, Sayori! I'm calling you." Natsuki hung up, leaving Sayori to her pleasurable fate. Playtime noticed that the dildo slid a lot easier in Sayori. "Wow, you're not as tight as the other girls." She's a thought. Sayori's a confirmed thought, everyone. Wow, you're not... Wait, years of using that... Years of using that dildo had stretched her pussy out. However, having someone else use the dildo on her was driving her crazy. She didn't even care that it was Playtime. Harder, faster. Playtime did as she was told. This made her even happier. The idea of making Sayori happy was making Playtime's night. But she was still surprised by how differently Sayori was reacting. "You look very happy, just like the other girls. Even if it's a different happy." Sayori felt kind of bad since she only intended Monika to be dildoed, but she would worry about it after she came. Just keep going, Playtime. Playtime kept going, smiling as she noticed Sayori's juices. She knew by now what was coming. It covered her face. As Sayori's choices shot out, none of it hit Playtime in the face, but it did get all over her dress. "Oh no, my dress." Sayori lay in bed recovering. She could hear Playtime getting sad and felt a little bad. "Hey, you can clean yourself off in my bathroom if you want. You can't sleep here tonight, and I'll wash your clothes." How much? Okay, I'm almost done. Wonderful. Playtime smiled again and ran into the bathroom. She left the dildo behind. Sayori grabbed it and hid it under her bed. The damage had been done, but at least she could prevent more sexual assaults from happening. Now she just had to worry about Monika and Natsuki. If Natsuki was being serious, then Yuri might get involved too. The next day at school, Yuri and Natsuki were keeping their eyes on Sayori. They noticed Playtime hanging around her a lot, and assumed that Sayori was planning something. What has gotten into Sayori? Natsuki asked. I'm not sure, but we need to figure this out. We can't let anyone else get raped. Sayori was actually planning something, but it involved Monika. That bitch Monika should be walking to her math class right now. I can't wait for her to see the surprise I left. Playtime had no idea what Sayori was talking about, but went along with it anyway. Surprises are fun. Sayori smiled a bit. Yes, they are. Meanwhile, Monika was sitting on her way to her math class. She was still thinking of ways to fuck with Sayori, but she still needed to do well in school. Unfortunately for Monika, her day was about to take a weird ass turn again. As she turned a corner in the hallway, she saw It's a Bully blocking her way. She saw It's a Bully. What the fuck is this piece of shit fan fiction? Monika was in no mood to give him anything. Just move out of the way. I need to get to class. It's a Bully didn't care. You better give me something to eat. Monika reluctantly pulled out a new pencil and handed it to him. However, It's a Bully didn't want that. What? No, I want something else. It's a Bully grabbed. He wants rape. My ding dong wants something gray. No raping in the hall. Principal of the thing grabbed It's a Bully and dragged him away. Monika was happy that she was free, but now she was completely naked and another thing. As she was running out of the building, Yuri and Natsuki noticed her. They wanted to help her, but decided against it. Wait, let's just get Sayori. Let's go get Sayori. This is clearly her doing, Yuri suggested. And that's it. I'm done with this piece of trash. I hope there's not a sequel to that. I'm not gonna Baldi punishes Monika. Let's Google that. Let's go. Oh no. Oh no. 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 Wait, does it finish on the cliffhanger? What the fuck? Yep, it ends. Yep, it ends on a cliffhanger. So we're done, everybody. Forever.